It is now my pleasure to share with you the story of our first place Abe Lincoln Scholarship recipient. Like many of our Abe Lincoln honorees, this student has an excellent academic record. According to this student's guidance counselor, this student has performed admirably in high school, taking 6 advanced placement courses, plus other difficult classes, and has never earned a grade lower than an A-. This hard work has resulted in a GPA of 4.168. When not busy in the classroom, this busy high school senior participates in numerous activities and clubs such as creative writing, National Honor Society, the Philosophy Club, the speech team, and has participated in multiple theater productions. A delegate to the Lugar Symposium and a finalist to the Indiana High School Forensic Association speech competition, our first place Abe Lincoln Scholar realized early on just how important education was going to be to her. In her own words, "In the midst of my personal hurricane, I latched on to my education. I realized that it was the only way I was going to get out of my situation and have a better life. In my 7th grade year, I decided that I had to go to college in order to do well in life. Ergo, I began to work extremely hard." This wisdom is even more remarkable in a young woman when you realize that this young woman has had to work through some very difficult family situations. Her father's not really in the picture. She was removed from her mother's custody on April 4th, 2009, a date that she remembers very clearly because her life changed that day. She was 10 years old, and her mother was once again high on pain meds. After years of physical and verbal abuse, a public incident brought her to to the attention of the police and the DCS. She was able to explain to them the many times her mother's temper had flared, resulting in physical abuse, and how at times her mother would not leave her bed for days. Our scholar was left to take care of herself, to get to school, to make her own meals, to clean the house. The incident on April 4th led her to placement with her grandmother. And while life is now much more stable, they still struggle from paycheck to paycheck, and at times go without heat or hot water. Court-ordered weekly visits with her mother do not lead to happy memories and only add to her stress. In addition to family issues, this scholar must also deal with the reality of living with a progressive neuromuscular disease. She shared with us in her essay, "I have a muscle disease called Charcot-Marie Tooth that prevents me from doing things many others can do. I am unable to run, to jump, to hook a necklace clasp, to walk long distances, or even lift more than a couple of pounds. My disease is genetic, but it gets progressively worse as I age. I am unable to carry my textbooks from class to class. I am excluded from activities with my friends that involve much physical activity, and though they don't mean to do it, it hurts me." Charcot-Marie Tooth muscular disease causes damage to the peripheral nervous system. During her interview, she explained it to us as her nerves were wrapping around her muscles, basically suffocating them and interfering with her motor skills. The result can vary from random extreme pain to complete loss of sensation. No teenager wants limping and frequent falls to be part of their days. However, our winner wants to be sure that when folks hear her name, her disability is not the first thing that comes to mind. Our scholar has committed to Purdue University, where she plans to study human services to prepare for law school on her way to becoming an attorney for the Department of Child Services. Her speech team coach sums her up very well. "I was floored by her intelligence, maturity, strong work ethic, scholarship, and perseverance in the face of strong adversity. She has undergone many personal problems and hardships in the various areas of her life that would be hard for most adults to deal with. A remarkable young woman who firmly believes that the obstacles she has faced are small in comparison to the struggles of others. To quote our scholar, "I have overcome adversity and have proved that I am more than abuse. I am more than poverty. I am more than my physical disability. I am more than hopelessness. I am a young woman with aspirations and ability." Her many supporters tell us that she is a compassionate young woman who will make us proud. We agree with Perry Meridian High School and are proud to award the first place $16,000 Abe Lincoln Scholarship to Miss Caitlyn Moore.
All right, Caitlyn, a few questions for you. You got it together?
I have it.
Well, I'm going to start with a fun one. What do you do for fun?
I enjoy reading and writing essays for fun. I also play ukulele and piano.
Okay, so you're very busy. Yes. Who do you look up to most in the world?
I've had several wonderful women and men along my journey throughout my life. Among mentors and family friends, a few mentionable ones that are here with me today, the Dohertys, Ms. Schock, and Wanda Bailey. And they inspire me to keep going because they are strong and they care and they take moments out for you, and that matters.
What makes you so emotional in this moment?
I am unbelievably humbled today to see each and every one of you's personal struggles with how much you matter, and how amazed I am that yet we are all wounded people in one form or another but continue to crawl.
Where do you see yourself in 10 years?
I hope to be, well, I will be out of college and working for the Department of Child Services and hopefully with my own family.
Your challenges reach beyond just physical, just emotional, but you've somehow managed to pull through. What has been your source of inspiration, that fire in your belly that's kept you going?
Something in my life, somewhere along the way, just pointed that there was a way out, and things didn't always have to be like that. When I committed in 7th grade to doing well in school for the rest of my life, it's something that I didn't want for myself. And sometimes there isn't a support system, and you have to count on yourself, and you have to get up, whether you feel like it or not.
And what's your best piece of advice to other young people going through this?
The best piece of advice that I can give is probably not something I'm going to say on the spot. However,
now I'm very curious. You'll have to tell me later.
Oh, I'll send you an email. No, I'm kidding. The best piece of advice that I could give to anyone else that's going through these tremendous struggles, or the struggles that I've gone through, is that you are seen and you matter. And you should not give up just because the world tells you to.
That's the perfect way to end it, Caitlyn. Thank you so much.